What's poppin'? Welcome back to Midwest Talks Basketball. Top of the morning, you already know how we do. You know what I'm saying? On the way to work, so I want to hit y'all with some hoop talk, man. Let's get right into the topic at hand. Jonathan Kuminga. What's going on with this situation? I've been wanting to know what's going on with this situation for a minute because at the end of the day, unless you up in that locker room, and even in some instances, when you're in a locker room, you may not know, but there's a problem, clearly. Now, the dilemma is this. From my understanding, the Warriors could offer him the most money. But the question stands as if, would you rather sit and not play or play? You know what I'm saying? Be in a situation and play. You know what I mean? Because that's how the salary cap rock. You know what I mean? You could be in a situation where, okay, you get paid the most money being here, but you're not playing, which means that's detrimental to your career and then your stock being, you know what I'm saying, raising your own stock. See, you got to think about that. It's like a lot of people sit there and say, oh, I'll take some certain amount of money to sit on the bench. Yeah, it sounds good until free agency coming in. You haven't played to really show nothing. And then, you know what I'm saying, you could be out of the league or whatever the case is, man. That could definitely happen. So I get Kuminga. He wants to play. He wants to show what he can do. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if I'm Kuminga, I'd rather go somewhere where somebody rock with me, you know what I'm saying, and want to utilize me in the offense. That way, when it's time for a new contract, you get paid way more than what Golden State gonna offer. If he can show that he's one of them ones, he's gonna get paid. You know what I'm saying? More than what Golden State's gonna offer him down the line. You know what I mean? But it seems as if there is a problem. There's definitely a problem. Now, I don't know if it's between Steve Kerr and him, and it got to be between them two because Steve Kerr controls if you play or not. So, but we've seen little glimpses of Kuminga, what he can do. You see him in the playoffs. He was like, I'm about to get it in and show what he can do a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So, don't nobody want to play in spurts. Now, there's some that don't mind, like I said, sitting on the bench and getting paid. Cool. He don't seem like he likes that. He wants to play, and I feel him because I do think he's solid. But you don't get better by sitting on the bench. You have to be in game to get better. It's just that simple. You can practice all you want to. You know what I'm saying? But game speed is different from practice speed. Even though they say, oh, yeah, we was practicing game speed. That's cool. You can practice game speed all you want, but in game situations, that's how you get better. It's kind of like when you hear how, old school players, I guess you want to say, if you want to say old school, but the best way to learn how to play is in the 5-on-5 setting and playing for real basketball, not one-on-one drills. You know what I'm saying? That sharpen your skills up individually, but learning how to play the game and reading the game, you have to play in game. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. And Kuminga understands that. Like I said, I feel like the best place for him to go is the Suns. I feel like the best place to go for him is the Suns. That'll be a nice young team. You know what I'm saying? That's not gonna be an easy win at all. You go deal with the Suns, you gotta be up for that game. You know what I'm saying? Because you can lose that game. They're gonna make mistakes because they youth, but you know what I mean? They definitely, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be an easy situation. So, if I'm Kuminga, I want to go. I don't care what you offering. I don't care about the dough. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, you don't want me here, and that's clear as day. I don't care what they say. Actions speak louder than words. You don't want me here, and that's fine. You know what I mean? So if I'm Kuminga, my whole thing is, I want to win a championship and all that, but I also want to play too. You know what I'm saying? And develop. You know what I mean? So, I don't care what they're offering at this point because the money ain't everything. And at the end of the day, if he goes somewhere and show out, he's going to get more money. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. That's why you see sometimes guys, they assign a small deal just to show what they can do. That way they can earn a bigger contract. Sometimes you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to do that. You know what I mean? So the only thing Golden State got to say really, or got that they can bargain with is like, yeah, we could pay you more. And so what, man? Y'all don't even like me for real. So, and with business, I say this. Let me let all the youngest know something. When it comes to business, you don't have to like me. We can have a great business relationship though, which means I'm not gonna do you dirty. You know what I'm saying? Everything gonna be fair. We don't have to have dinner or talk on the phone or hang out. But business, we can, you know what I mean? If we have a good business relationship, that's fine, you know what I mean? So obviously him and Steve Kerr don't have a good business relationship because business, it'd be wise to play Kuminga, you know what I'm saying? Because he's young, you know what I'm saying? You could throw it to him, he can create his own shot. I mean, it's not like elite, but you can still throw it to him down low, he can do a little something. I mean, you could have used Kuminga, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have really used Kuminga, like, honestly, you know what I mean? If you would have gave this man some minutes. I'm just being honest, you know what I mean? So, business is wise to play him, but they letting personal things get in the way. You know what I'm saying? And that's never good for business when you let personal things get in the way. That's never good, you know what I'm saying? And listen, people are human, so I get it, you know what I mean? It's easier said than done, but still, you know what I mean? You know, you never take anything personal with business. It's like, listen, me and you don't rock with each other, but hey, like for instance, if I'm a coach, you know what I mean? If there's a player, listen, 9 times out of 10, there's some players you're not gonna like that you coach. It's that simple, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna like everybody on the 15-man roster. But if you one of the better players on the team, you're gonna get some clock. You're getting clock, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna not play you because you know, me and you got an issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, personally, I'm not worried about all that. If you can score, if you can run these plays, if you can play defense, if you play your role correctly, fine. You know what I'm saying? Just do what I asked you to do on this floor. And we don't got to talk after that. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. And we don't got to talk after that. We don't got to be friends and none of that stuff. You respect my position as a coach, and I respect you as a player. And let's do it like that. That's how I would move. That's how I would handle it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it's just how I go, man. Everybody not gonna like you. You know what I mean? Everybody not gonna like you. I don't care what you do. You can do everything perfectly. You could walk on water. You know what I'm saying? All that. Everybody not gonna like you. You could just walk in the room and somebody just don't like you just because. You know what I mean? That's just how I go. That's how life is, man. So I'm quite sure anyone who listens to this, you go to work, there's some people you don't like at work just cause, man. I don't like this person. It happens. Somebody may not like you. You know what I mean? You ain't never done nothing to this person. They like, I don't like, you know what I mean? This is how it goes. So, and it definitely happens like that in sports. You know what I mean? There's teammates, there's coaches you just do not like. You know what I mean? And that's not an issue unless your playing time getting messed with. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if I'm Kuminga, I want to go somewhere where I'm treated fairly. You know what I'm saying? I want to go somewhere where I'm treated fairly, where, okay, it's nothing personal. Okay, I'm going to get playing time due to what I'm able to do. You know what I'm saying? So the Suns, I want to see him in Phoenix. I think that's the best place he can go. I mean, I'll take him in Detroit. But, you know, realistically, you know what I mean? I think the Suns is the best place for him to go. I think he fits perfectly over there. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see him in Phoenix. You know what I mean? And I think if they get Kuminga, you know what I mean? If they stick with that group, they can really do something if they allow them to build together. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, Booker, Green, you know what I'm saying? Dylan Brooks. You get Kuminga and then Mark Williams. Come on, man. That's a nice team. It's just trying to figure out which one come off the bench. And I would probably bring Jalen Green off the bench as the sixth man. I really do think with time they can be contending. That's not an easy win right there. It's not an easy win, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely want to see him in Phoenix. Definitely, you know what I mean? So I don't know. That's some BS with the Warriors zone with him. It's like they holding this dude hostage. That's crazy. It's like, dog, let me leave. If you don't want me, let me leave. I don't understand why you want to keep me here. What, you want to keep me around just in case one of these cats get hurt? That's what it sounds like to me. because they just signed Al Horford. So that's going to cut into his minutes. Like, they're not going to play Kuminga, bro. They're not going to play Kuminga. You know what I'm saying? Al Horford going to get all his minutes. Watch. Al Horford is going to get all of Jonathan Kuminga's minutes, which to me sound ridiculous. I'm saying straight up, like, that's ridiculous. I'm like, dog, what? And I'm not saying Al Horford straight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Al Horford not trash, but should he get more minutes than Kuminga? No, he should not get more minutes than Kuminga. I'm just being honest. I don't think Al Horford is going to be more effective than Kuminga, dog. Like, I don't think so. I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm seeing this, I'm like, y'all about to bring in Al Horford. He going to get, man, get me up out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just let me rock. I don't care what y'all offering, dog. Like, I will take the pay cut to leave. I'm still getting paid millions. Get me up out of here. I don't care what you, it's, at some point it's like, dog, I don't care what you offering. It's like a bad relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. There's nothing that you can do to keep me here at this point. Nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? At all. I'd rather hit the reset button. Dog, you know what I'm saying? Like, money does not change everything. You know what I'm saying? Money does not equate to happiness. People tell you that all the time, and it's true. Money does not equate to happiness. I'm not about to sit here while y'all violating me, you know what I'm saying? And oh, here, take this money. But yeah, we gonna sign Al Horford, you know what I mean? And he's gonna play over. No, man, absolutely not. I can contribute. Kuminga could be a contributor to a team. I'm not about to be, you're not about to play me one game and then not play me another 5, play me one game, then I get 3 more DMPs. Like, what is this? Like, what is this? I'm not doing this, man. I want to go somewhere where I consistently play. At this point, if I'm Kuminga, I go anywhere who's going to play me. I don't care who it is. I go to Brooklyn. I'm serious. I will go to Brooklyn and show what I can do. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I'm not about to sit here while you violate. You know what I'm saying? Because even if, let's say the Warriors did win a chip, it's not like I contributed to the chip. You know what I mean? Any player who got some dignity, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Any player who got some dignity, they want to contribute to the chip. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to just ride the pine unless you like older. Like if you like, you know, if you just one of the vets in the locker room and you really a glorified assistant coach, you know what I mean? Any player who's healthy and in their prime want to contribute to the chip, okay? And I'm not saying Golden State winning the chip. I don't think they contending. Now, I don't think so. They way too small. Their IQ is high, but nah, I just don't think so. You know, I don't think Golden State, I mean, nah, fam. All you gotta do is play fast pace and they're up out of there. Honestly, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, if you look at that roster, all you gotta do is play fast break, run them out the building. I'm serious. Now, they're gonna have games where they're gonna be shooting the blood out the rock, Steph and them, but nah, we ain't doing that. They too old, man. Like, and I'm not saying they old like in real life. In basketball years, they old. You know what I'm saying? And if you just get physical with them dudes and high octane basketball, they out of here, man, because they just too old, man. Like, nah, they gotta have a good mix. You know what I'm saying? Like, they are too old right now. Like, now IQ, like I said, once they start getting to the half court situations, they're gonna be dangerous. But nah, man, like I can't look at the Warriors and really say, oh yeah, the Warriors contending. Nah, man, they're not contending. I mean, they're gonna have some pretty decent games. You're gonna see Steph drop 40, you know what I'm saying, hitting crazy threes. But when they get down to it, man, they not about to beat nobody in no 7-game series. I said it. They're not, you know what I'm saying? Because the fatigue gonna kick in. It is. The fatigue gonna kick in, and they too small. All somebody gotta do is take them down low. I don't be understanding this. Like, all you gotta do is go down low on the Warriors, and it's over with. It's over with, man. Like, straight up, Steph is the only one really over there like that behind the line. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got, what's white dude's name? I forgot my man's name, but, you know, Clay, he don't have Clay no more. You know what I'm saying? He don't have Clay no more. So Steph is the only one really that's, you know, cold like that behind the line. I'm not worried about Jimmy Butler and them. I get them in foul. Man, just pound the ball down low on the Warriors, and you good. And you good, man, straight up. So it's like, man, look, the Warriors, nah, man, I don't believe. And Kuminga looking like, dog, get me up out of here. Give me the F out of here. And I feel him, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm his agent, I'm gonna be talking to him, okay, look. Now I don't know, I gotta look at the rules. I don't know if he signs, how fast he can be traded. I don't know at all. I would like to know that, because if I'm his agent, I'm like, okay, sign this, and if we can move you, I'm gonna work. Just let's try to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? Like let's try to make that pop off. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm his agent, I'm gonna be talking to the team like, okay, so you don't want my player. My player don't want to be here. Okay, let's try to make this happen. Let's try to get him up out of here. So if he signs this deal, you know what I mean? How fast can he be moved? You know what I mean? And I'm gonna be working diligently, try to get him out of here, because he wants to play. You know, he want to be a part of a team. He want to be part of the rotation. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. He wants to play. You know what I'm saying? So he don't want to sit on the bench and I don't think he's a dude that deserves DMPs. He actually deserves to play, dog. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, he deserves to play and be a part of the rotation of some team, not get DMPs because you got personal issues with him. That's bogus. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. We gonna see what's up, man. The next time I was looking, I didn't know Kevin Love was for the Jazz. We probably gonna talk about the Jazz tomorrow, man. Yeah, we probably gonna talk about the Jazz. I gotta look at their roster, man. But they look like they're like, this the first. Well, no, I'm not gonna say it's the first time, because you know you had Stockton and Malone. You know what I mean? Even though I hated that team. Oh my God! But Boozer and Darren Williams and Karolinko and them, they were straight. But this is like, the Jazz got a different look to them this year. Young team, the Jazz look like they might be all right. I mean, I don't think they're gonna get a whole lot of wins, but you're gonna have to work to beat them. You got Ace Bailey over there. You still got Lauri Markkanen. I mean, you know, I didn't know Love was there. I'm like, Kevin Love, word? You know what I'm saying? So Kevin Love, to me, I think his role there is going to be just to, you know, help the young guys. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, that's what Kevin Love was talking about in the presser. He was talking about, you know, if he don't play, he just want to just help out the team. So, and Kevin Love is somebody that you should listen to. We're going to talk about Kevin Love tomorrow. Yep, we're going to talk about the Jazz. We're going to talk about Kevin Love. I think Kevin Love is underappreciated. I think once he went to Cleveland, people forgot how good Kevin Love really is. It really was. Kevin Love is nice, dog. Nice, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's good to see him still around. Ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? So it's good to see him still around. Didn't know he signed to the Jazz. I missed that, but we're going to talk about that. I'm going to look at the roster, and then we're going to talk a little about the Jazz and see how far they get out. They're not going to really do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're going to do nothing. I could be wrong, but I don't think they're going to do nothing, man, because they're just too young. I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? But I do like the look of the team. That's going to be a fun team to watch. You're going to see some exciting plays from them. And that sounds crazy coming from the Jazz. Like, exciting team to watch. Oh, yeah, they're going to be an exciting team to watch. But, you know, they're going to make a lot of mistakes due to their youth, man. But it is what it is, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the content. Really appreciate it from everybody. Peace!